then I'm also going to ask that as the seniors walk in, that you remain seated so that everybody can see them. Okay? So I've got 5 minutes. Thank you.
Excuse me. Wave to the camera, guys.
Yeah, you are. Good evening, everybody, and thank you again for coming and seeing us. I just like to ask that your cell phones are either off or on vibrate, and then that you please remain seated as our seniors go ahead and process down. Thank you. Thank you. Jacob, could you please come and join me on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Star of the North graduation ceremony. I'm going to request that you all please stand and join Jacob Ross in leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Parents, students, and honored guests. On behalf of the class of 2021 at Star of the North Secondary School, I'd like to welcome you to our graduation. And thank you for coming and supporting these fine young people as they celebrate this milestone. I am Diana Childs, very proud head teacher at Star of the North. And Star of the North is a public school of choice, serving students from all across the Fairbanks North Scarborough School District. Some of the students graduating tonight have been with us since middle school. Remember them as little 7th graders. While some of them have just joined us in the last few months. Even in this time of remote learning, several of our seniors graduated finished their requirements by the first semester. Others were running around Friday turning in papers. And that's okay, because they got it done. And tonight we're going to gather to celebrate Star of the North's class of 2021. And as proud of you as I am, not one of you got here on your own. So I would like you to please stand up and turn around and give your family a great big wave of thank you, please. Thank you. Then on stage with me tonight is one of your biggest advocates. And for those of you that are not aware, Dr. Gaborik will be retiring at the end of this year. And she has been there every step of the way. If she hadn't been where she is, we wouldn't be where we were. So, Dr. Gaborik, could you join me on the podium?
Thank you for that. And, I'm so happy to be here tonight, specifically at this graduation. And so happy to be at an in-person graduation after quite an unbelievable year in a global pandemic. As soon as we found out that we could have and made the decision to have in-person graduations, this was at the top of my list, this graduation, in terms of one that I wanted to attend. One, because it's your first graduation as a standalone program, which is super exciting. So very happy to be a part of that and have been a part of CEC and Star of the North over the years, and now just Star of the North has just blossomed, on your own as a program out here and an option for North Pole. So super excited for everything that you've become up to this point, and I know that the program will just continue to grow. And then also, students, you're the reason we're here. I mean, my entire existence is about you and this night and this honor that you're receiving. I mean, our entire goal is for you to graduate and to get your diploma. So it's just such an honor to be here with you as you walk up here tonight and get your diploma. And we're also proud of you. We have a member of the Board of Education here, Director of Alternative Programs, and so we're all here to support you. But like Diana said, maybe our biggest thanks and our most heartfelt thanks goes to all the parents and families, because you all know even better than some of us know, you're the reason that many of your students are here, and so we so appreciate all your support throughout these years. So I look forward to, I always keep these names for these programs, and I love seeing the banners outside, and I love just sort of tracking what it is you'll do after graduation. And I was in I was getting my nails done the other day, and then this woman next to me was just very talkative and telling the story about how like she just hated regular high school, and she got kicked out of Lathrop and went to one of our other programs. And it wasn't this one, but it was another one in town, and how much she loved that program and how much she stayed connected with the students that she was with and with the staff and the teachers, and she's a successful business owner now, and it was just so great. I'm going to go back. I asked her name, and I'm going to go back and look at and just kind of remember, sort of her beginnings with us and then what she's accomplished. And she's young. She's only like 21 years old, and she's well on her way to such great success in life. So I wish all those successes for you, whatever your path might be, and we're so happy that we could be a part of your lives, and happy to be here tonight to celebrate with you. So thank you.
Karen, we wish you well in your next. So many changes going on in the district right now. We're going to miss Karen a lot, but we'll persevere. Also on stage with me, I want to introduce you to she's part of the school board. She's a member of the school board, but she's also the parent of a former STAR student, and that's Mrs. April Smith. And then, as Karen alluded to, as we went from a charter into a program status, we began to be a part of the alternative programs. And Mrs. Lori Beam here is the director of alternative programs for the Fairbanks North Star. And I would like to take this moment to thank both of you, all of you, the school board especially. They're very supportive of our program, for everything that you've done for us. So that said, in addition to myself, because I really don't do everything, I am honored to work with probably the most wonderful group of educators, both certified and support staff alike. And so I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge each one of them. If you guys could wave so we know which one you are. We have Jeff Dick, who is social studies, English and math. I didn't see you wave, Jeff. Okay. Ethan Gelino, who is our resource teacher. Rebecca Minima, who is our high school science and middle school math. And it's just been wonderful watching her bring art into the building. She's for someone who has no artistic skills, it's just been wonderful to see the kids get to experience that. So we have Debbie Rogers. Debbie is our classroom tutor extraordinaire, and I know at least half of you owe your economics project to her. So she's done a wonderful job. Kayleen Sanders is our classroom aide. With Rachel Shack, who I don't know where she is our administrative secretary and our Facebook videographer. Tumi Trustison, who is our science and math. Sarah Warner, mathematics. And in a broken down truck halfway here is Joyce Widman, who is our counselor, who will not be joining us because she's on the side of the road. So now, you guys know, and this is an amazing story, because ever since the inception of Star of the North, we've had quiet little angels praying over all of our students. The amazing quilters at Faith Baptist Church have made each and every one of our graduates a beautiful quilt. And to acknowledge the passage at this time. Each quilt's personally made. The students get to pick their colors and their icons. And I can't tell you how many times in the 20 years since that students have made it to graduation because of that quilt. They get almost there and then they say, you know, I don't want to do this. Can I just have my quilt? You, are you sure? Could I ask them? Okay. You know, and then they're here to, not necessarily tonight, but in years past, and they get that diploma. And that's what's made the difference, is that quilt. And so I would like to thank Don Cooper, Donna Callahan, Rebecca Myers, Elsie Hefferman, Shirley Sterner, Betty Ben, and Don Cooper. And the good news is you're going to get to see these quilts in a little bit, so be patient. But meanwhile, I would like to ask Pastor Brian Myers to come. He represents the ladies because they don't like to come and talk into a microphone, and having that pastor think he's not afraid of any of this. So.
That is true. The quilters do not like to be in front of the microphone, but they do a lot of work for you guys, and we are here to celebrate that with you guys, and it's been our privilege to celebrate that with you, with the Star of the North School for many years now. It's been a great joy of ours to be a part of this, just to be here during this stage of your lives. As we think about this, it's been mentioned already in several ways, just the motivations. What is it that motivates a person to complete a degree or a high school diploma? No doubt some of you were motivated by your parents. As I think about parental motivation, I think about the fine line between nagging and encouragement. I'm not sure exactly where that line is, and I'm sure your parents have at various times fallen on each side of that line. Nevertheless, you receive some motivation, no doubt, from parents, from aunts and uncles, grandparents, and other mentor-type figures in your life who've walked beside you and encouraged you towards this moment and towards a broader success in life. Additionally, over the years, as I've participated in these passing ceremonies and this graduation, I've noticed that your teachers you're not the only students. Your teachers become students of you to learn what it is, that little bit that it takes to bring you to success. Maybe to complete one more problem or one more assignment or one more lesson, or just keep working week after week in order to achieve success. So I know that your teachers have provided some degree of motivation in your lives to bring you to this point. Additionally, you have friends, and we do well to surround ourselves by people who can encourage us and bring about our best possible selves. And then, in addition to all of those external factors of motivation, each of you have something inside of you, something that creates that spark or that drive that makes you want to continue to push and continue to work towards graduation. Perhaps it is some vocational objective that you have, perhaps some sort of technical training or college or military or some job prospect, some future prospect that you have that motivated you to bring you to this point. I know, as in anything, that there are a myriad of factors that come together to provide us the motivation to do any given thing. And to the degree that we might, a little bit that the quilters do would provide any motivation, that is our honor. I do want to speak to you just briefly about what motivates our continued participation with you in this particular honor that we have of celebrating your graduation. As Faith Baptist Church, we are a church, and we believe that God has shown us much kindness. And As a result of that, we want to show kindness to you, and we hope that you will receive this as a gift of kindness. Additionally, we want to make a statement about our God that we serve, as that he is a great and kind God. I know that now is not the time to unpack either one of those factors, but should you want further to understand more about that, I would be glad, or any one of our church members would be glad to speak to you about that. Nevertheless, we are here to celebrate with you. You have completed a major milestone, and we want to present you these quilts, not only from the quilters, but from the church in general, as a celebration of that, as a way of saying congratulations, and as a tangible reminder that when you set your success to a particular, or set your mind to a particular end, that you can achieve success. Congratulations, Star of the North Class of 2021. You have finished.
Again, thank you, ladies. I have no idea how many thousands of hours you put in, but I get excited every year just getting to look at them. So, but now, I would like to ask Mrs. April Smith, who's a member of the Fairbanks North Star Borough Board of Education, to please join me. Mrs. Smith, the students you see listed on the program took many different paths to graduation, but they have earned the required requisite credits and mastered the curriculum required of all students in this school district. And I, Diana Childs, head teacher at Star of the North, certify to you that all of these students have met the qualifications to graduate from the Fairbanks North Star Borough School District. Thank you.
Thank you. Administrators of Star of the North Secondary Academy, teachers, staff, parents, relatives, and guests, as a representative of the Fairbanks North Star Borough Board of Education, I acknowledge and accept the students before you have completed their graduation requirements as set forth by the Fairbanks North Star Borough School District and the state of Alaska. On behalf of the Board of Education and the school district administration, I congratulate you on your accomplishments.
So tonight we celebrate all of our graduates. But a note to the family and friends, just to kind of make things as organized as I can. The graduates will be called on stage in alphabetical order. And as your child is called on the stage, you are very welcome to move on down here. This front area is free of people. And your students will go down these stairs when they exit. So if you want to get some pictures of that, you're very welcome to. And then as they're completed, if you could go ahead and go back to your seats so that the next family could come. We'd appreciate that. And finally, when honoring the class of 2021, I want you to remember that each and every one of these young people deserves your cheers and applause. But please remember to cheer extra loud for your graduate, because we aren't afraid of noise around here. So you've waited for this a long time, and you get to scream and shout all you want, and they are going to be gracious about it. So at this time, I'd like to turn our program over to our high school teachers to make the introductions of our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, in normal circumstances, we would turn around and each one of our guests on the stage would shake their hands as they got their diploma. But I can tell you this year's been anything but normal.
Fist bump.
Well, fist pumps might even be too close, but there'll be a professional nod at the head that they can have to say. So, and that's as close as we're gonna get, but we're indoors and I'm grateful, so thank you.
Tyler Evans. Sometimes all it takes for a student to graduate high school is an inspirational teacher or role model that is willing to connect with them and guide them. For others, maybe it's a love of education and school and a deep understanding of the sense of value that getting good grades has. For others, it's their mom not letting them have their new side-by-side until they finish vocab development. No matter the reasons we choose to try something and apply the best of ourselves to reaching a goal, it doesn't diminish the value that accomplishing that goal has. You have achieved something that has a lot of value, not because of the piece of paper you will have with your name on it, but because of the hard work, self-learning, and development of resiliency within you that has developed through the pursuit and accomplishment of your goal to graduate high school. Tyler, not only have you graduated high school, but you did so early while at the same time starting a successful small business. Continue to work hard and continue to believe in yourself. Congratulations on graduation, and good luck with your business and whatever other pursuits and challenges you take on in the future.
I hope I'm not blocking anybody.
Jordan Harpool. Jordan goes hard. And the funny thing is, he always looks good doing it too. Some of my favorite memories of you, Jordan, are from 9th grade English, when you would be rattling off non-stop witticisms and jokes in class. And even though I acknowledged them, it seemed like you didn't even need that. You were relaxed and content in the micro, teen-rich environment of Star. Nothing ever seemed to throw you off your stride. Unless, of course, you got a little scuff or dirt on your shoes. Oh no, when that happened, just step back, because nothing was going forward anytime soon. I think your general good-naturedness has served you and Star well. You got scolded a lot, but let it run off like rain on wings. You allowed shyer classmates to feel included. You often reminded us to keep the big picture in mind. It also helped you get through a house burning down, a good four-legged bud passing on. You've done well taking things in stride, whether it be saving lives or not gloating when you got to independent study and just hit your groove. It's a good combination, Jordan, going hard and keeping it cool. You learned to drive as soon as you could. You finished school early. You worked at an early age, and now you already have an adult job. Just do us and yourself a favor, though. Please don't start your own family quite just yet. Enjoy your freedom as you discover the world in yourself. Best of luck, Jordan, and keep doing you.
Sean Hedrick.
have to do this. This is stupid. Surprisingly enough, that is not Sean's quote on his senior page. It is, however, a saying that we heard so often that at one point, Debbie asked him to research some synonyms for the word stupid. This is foolish, mindless, ludicrous, unintelligent, puerile, daft, ridiculous, just to name more than a few. I can understand, Sean, why you might have asked this question so frequently. You're a thinker, and because of this, your thoughts raced ahead of the assignment at hand to its purpose within the whole of your education. And I believe the synonym of choice should be habitudinous, which means dull or lethargic, especially relating to the mind. Sean, you wanted to be challenged and engaged in every subject, and this left no room or time for the unnecessary. We all saw evidence of this in your hard work, your sporting a positive attitude, and dedicating the time needed in independent study classrooms. Because of this, you were our very first senior to ring out this year. Congratulations, Sean. And with these strong qualities, life will definitely not pass you by.
Tucker Johnson. Chia Thai Po said, "Get out of your comfort zone. Wake up the sleeping giant within you." Tucker is such a smart individual. His brain does not always work the same way everyone else's does. He values efficiency and likes to get straight to the point. Often I found myself flabbergasted at the ease in which Tucker often gets to a correct conclusion without seemingly thinking about it. It's very impressive. What Tucker is yet to learn is that not everyone thinks in the same way he does. He lets himself get frustrated by different ways of approaching a task and has difficulty with those other points of view. Tucker, with your brain, you will go really far if you learn to embrace the differences we find all around us. Your comfort zone keeps you safe, but doesn't allow for growth, and I know you have the potential for it. Walls will crumble, and the world will be a much bigger, exciting place when you open up. I'm gonna delve off here. Whether you be an ally or a horde, go horde. You know you cannot slay Deathwing without a supporting team that is willing to work together. You have your task tanks that lead and keep the team focused, your TPS who work together and find a way to solve the problem at hand, and your healers who support, do damage control, and fix what has to be broken. Which will you be in real life?
Emily Keitlinker. Emily Keitlinger. And now she's thinking, why'd he do that? Why do you have to say it like that? Because, well, have you ever noticed the Emily pause? You say something to her, and before you get a response, there's this pause. It is a rich space. Sometimes it's a very elegant space. Like when you ask her something, and she looks at you, and then you realize you already know the answer. And although she hasn't verbalized it, her look says it all. You know you already know the answer to that question, so come on. Yes, there's a little sass in that pause sometimes, but there's a lot going on in there. Emily is the master mediator, constantly assessing her next play, weighing the forces, mapping out her route, and always, always responding with grace. She constantly balances the demands of demanding siblings, the challenges of life's experiences, and let's be honest, the never-ending expectations of a no-nonsense mother. Go, Debbie. Just as the Mona Lisa has that subtle smile that no one can truly figure out, Emily has her pause. Quiet, yes, but empty, absolutely not. Sometimes that pause says, I got this. Or it might say, give me a moment. Or, you can trust me. Well, she was voted by the class of 2021 as the best shoulder to cry on. But it also might say, I can't tell you. And then you are stuck just dying to know. For often you never truly know what Emily is thinking, whether she has that slight smile or slight look of disapproval. She is a young woman of poise and mystery. Respect her. She has plans. She will tell you when she is ready. Emily, high school is now over. I hope you are getting ready.
Jacob Lofts. Direct instruction, independent study, distance learning, and what we might call very long distance learning were all part of steps on the pathway to Jacob's graduation today. Perseverance has triumphed, and the prize is won. Air Force and JROTC, Amazon employee, talented photographer, and artistic can be used to describe Jacob. Excellence in these areas requires perseverance as well. Oftentimes, Jacob, the path is unknown or may even take an unexpected turn or two or more. You may have already encountered a few of these, but you have persevered. Continue to be engaged. Work toward your goals. Enjoy the beauty of the moment, and take steps forward as opportunities present themselves. Having the eye of a photographer, Jacob, you see subtle colors, textures, and details as an important part of the whole scene. Attention to detail is essential regarding musical notes and rests as well. This quote from an unknown source is a good reminder that every moment of our lives fits together to create the whole. There is no music in the rest, but there is the making of music in it. Congratulations.
Brooke McKenzie. Brooke. You know, Brooke likes to reminisce. The other day she was remembering when she first came to Star and how she was all shy. That's right, she was all shy. It is hard to imagine Brooke that way now because she came and made Star her home. We are so glad you came, Brooke, because you came and brought the magic. I would like to talk about magic for a little bit. And here's where you're thinking, oh no, he's going to say, magic doesn't just happen. You have to put the work in. You have to be resilient. You got to sweat to make magic happen. Okay. I was thinking about the magic that Brooke brings. She has this wonderful energy and intensity. Even though she is grown, she is ebullient and unfettered like a child. Despite all the knockdowns she has encountered, she still reaches out warmly for others. She openly embraces them in their experience. She wants to take them in, play with them, be affectionate, and protect them like a mama. Magic is the wonder of the world and this life. Magic is Brooke's huge heart, beating with life and love and feeling. Magic is the sisterhood Brooke provides her friends, where they are safe to be themselves, to laugh with her at everything, including themselves, to find a space in this mixed-up world that they can call all their own. Like it or not, Brooke, you are a leader. You've been given a lot of talents and strength, and others will rely on you. That means you may have to sacrifice some personal wants and wishes. It means what you do will have an outsized effect on others. It means a lot will be asked of you. Magic is you responding to that call, seeing things for your community, and yet keeping your core beauty and your heart open. Staying Brooke, as always.
Claire Montague. Sometimes I pretend to be normal, but it gets boring, so I go back to being me. I love this quote for Claire because she's the best kind of person. Interesting. Claire has a wonderful sense of self and could care less whether she's just like everybody else or not. Claire has learned an excellent life lesson early and will serve her well to go through life just being exactly who she is. Funny, unique, friendly, hardworking, dedicated, and a true friend to all who know her. I first met Claire when she joined us in 9th grade and quickly came to appreciate this very special person. She's a very hard worker, asked all sorts of questions, which as a teacher I found to be highly beneficial. But it was Claire's spirit I valued the most. Her unfailing good humor, even when things were difficult, affected all those around her. Though math is not always everyone's cup of tea, 9th grade algebra was a fun place to be with Claire as my student. Granting permission for me to make her my Ebola patient while studying exponential growth keeps us entertained to this day. And putting up with me poking fun of her abysmal artwork is always satisfying because she owns it. Claire, you're going to be missed next year, but I know with your attitude about life, you're going to be successful no matter what you choose to do with it, and you will be valued and appreciated because of your insistence that you just do it. Congratulations.
Mackenzie Murphy. Even though you haven't been at Star of the North for as long as some of your fellow graduates, and though half of your time is spent in remote instruction and learning, it's clear that you are not afraid of putting in the work that's necessary to get the job done. Not only were you able to graduate early from high school, but you were able to work a nearly full-time job while doing it. Although there were a lot of days that you would have rather been at work instead of sitting in class, You applied yourself to getting good grades and didn't turn in work that was below your abilities simply for the sake of time and effort. When you set goals and applied yourself, you showed everyone how high the personal bar you set for yourself is. You have proven yourself to be a steadfast, motivated, when it's the right motivation, and capable learner. You came into school ready to work every day, and you worked hard until the work was completed. Congratulations on your graduation, and good luck with all your future endeavors.
Anthony Pierce. How sweet it is. The flashy shine of a new watch on your wrist, the vivid color of a new sweatshirt, the comfortable support of quality shoes, but better by far, the feel of the diploma in your hand. Anthony has been at Star of the North since 7th grade. Who could have guessed at that time that U.S. history and physical science would mark the end of Anthony's high school journey? But they did, and here we are today to collectively say congratulations. According to Anthony's senior page in the yearbook, till the end, in the end, I'ma be who I am. I'd say you held true to this until the bitter end of that last United States history assignment. However, the end of high school is just the beginning. You have a lot of life, learning, and work ahead. Greet each day with the idea of making the most of it, not only for yourself, but for others. And in this, you will find success. Patrick Shrew. Patrick, it is a privilege and an honor to speak at your high school graduation tonight. I was witness to nothing short of excellence in everything you accomplished these past 2 years. Your quiet confidence and focused study have produced quality work of which you can be proud. Your demeanor, however, Patrick, is one of humble, dedicated service. Focused, driven, and competent describe your work ethic. Each day, you live out the quote on your senior page of your yearbook by Muhammad Ali. Don't count the days, make the days count. Somehow, you make each moment, each step count. Every assignment you tackled was seen as an integral part of the whole, meant to be completed in detailed excellence because it mattered in the big picture. And speaking of tackling, Patrick, you participated in football as well. And perhaps this provided some time to refocus. Taking the necessary breaks in work and life helps us return to the task mentally and physically refreshed. This quote from Miles J. Stanford speaks to me of your focus, Patrick. The quality of one's work depends on the nature of one's rest. The order ought to be from happiness to work, and not work to be happy. Keep up the good work. Success will follow you. Congratulations.
Emily Snyder. A quote from Kyla Lanier. Don't underestimate me because I'm quiet. I know more than I say, think more than I speak, and observe more than you know. I've known Emily for years since she first arrived in this school as a tiny, scared little girl who cried often, said little, and shared only glimpses of herself. I only spent time with her during homework club, where she could often be seen quietly working out the daily sticker problem on the board, just because. I've always felt a strong rapport with Emily because in her, I saw myself. I too was shy, unsure of myself, and scared of being anywhere near the spotlight. I think it was because of this understanding between us that I could push Emily just enough, challenge her, and expect excellence from her. Partly, I know my ability to push Emily was her confidence in math, but it was also her trust that I was only doing so out of my belief in her, not because I was attacking her in any way. Emily, you're far stronger than you know. You have a fine brain, a kind soul, and a lovely sense of humor. It's my wish that you grow to trust those around you enough to allow them to see all the wonderful things we know about you. The quiet, knowledgeable, thoughtful, observant. Share your findings with others. What you see and what you interpret is worthy. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Congratulations.
Andre Thomas. Known in some quarters as Andrew without the W, Andre has been something of a quiet phenomenon at Star of the North. Junior high girls peer around corners hoping just to get a glimpse of him, maybe get a smile back. Classmates drift over throughout the day to hang out with him, get his take. And bruhs don't feel complete until they've checked in with him, bruh. But you would never hear about it from Andre. Like a peace officer or a cowboy, he just goes about his job and gets it done. Never mind, he darn near gave his mama and his teachers a heart attack by finally completing the last assignment in his last class on the last day it could be done. You might not hear it from Andre, but you can be sure that he's thinking about it. Naturally cool. He's not about to shout about what's going on in his head, but yeah, he's making plans. He sees himself rising above, getting a clear look at the rim. Then over your outstretched hands, he drops the tray. And then he gives just the slightest nod, the slightest curl of his lips, knowing that, well, whenever you're ready, he's ready to do it again. Fool. Seriously though, Andre, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you in classes. You always came through when called upon. You always have your own perspective in seeing things, and you always tell it like it is. Thank you for that. You have the basic ingredients for success, Andre. Now do us proud, make your parents proud, and most importantly, make yourself proud. Best of luck, Andre.
Martin Turbin. Oh, what a ride it's been. Your time at Star of the North has had its ups and downs,
But I just want you to know how much fun it's been to work with you and get to know you during these past few years. Both at Star of the North and on the football field, you have shown yourself to be a young man of high character and strong self-determination. No matter what I've had the opportunity to work with you on, you have been a pleasure and a joy to be around and work with. Your larger-than-life presence, booming voice, and social nature will be missed at Star of the North in the future. Even when you were having some of your toughest days, you still carried a sense of self-worth and self-determination with you that benefited everyone around you. Continue to believe in yourself and work hard to accomplish the things in your life that you find important. Just like your winding path to graduation, your life will continue to have its ups and downs and twists and turns. But keep on working hard and keep on your path until you get where you want to be, and then grind some more. Congratulations on your accomplishments and on your high school graduation. Good luck in the future, and stay in touch so I can see all the amazing things that you achieve in your life. So this year, the quilters actually did an extra quilt this year for the shop. So I'll just talk about you over here while you admire their skill and talent over there. It was 5.5 years ago that you hired me for a semester-long substitute English teaching position at Star of the North. And now 10 semesters later, which is probably longer than we both expected or at times wanted, we are saying our goodbyes. Over the years, we have shared some incredible memories and moments with you as our supervisor, colleague, and friend. Through your guidance, leadership, and collaboration and knowledge as a teacher, you have helped to create a loving and nurturing environment where students feel loved, cared for, and valued. While we as a staff haven't always agreed on the methods or processes that we would use, we all have a foundational love for our students and a genuine care for the environment that we all share and help to create every year. This shared belief in our students and love for what we do is possible because of the vision and direction that you have led our school during your time as head teacher. You are a fierce protector of students that you serve, and you fight for the students to have the opportunity after opportunity to define themselves through their strengths and abilities. Your input and influence at Star of the North will be missed for many years after your retirement. Perhaps one of the most significant testaments to your presence and influence was in the meals that we shared as a staff at a school and a community. Standardized testing at Star of the North won't be the same without your nurturing instinct or the breakfast burritos and biscuits and gravy that you provided and forced your staff to make the night before. At least our cholesterol levels will go down along with our MAP and peak testing participation in the coming years. And I wish I'd remembered that the superintendent was going to be here before I put that part in there. We'll still work to get maximum participation on standardized testing. Oh yeah, you're fine. Never mind. No promises then. Through the self-sacrifice and decisions that you have made during your time as head teacher, you have shown us just how much you care and love each and every one of us. So on behalf of all those here today who have been made better through knowing you and working with you, thank you. Congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for your years of service to our students in our school and our community and the staff at Star of the North. Best of luck to you in the future, and we hope you enjoy all your new free time with your kids and grandbaby.
So you know what these masks are really good for? Wiping tears. Thank you so much, and thank you, Quilters. I have no idea how you got that done, but it is absolutely gorgeous, and I thank you. Actually, I thank all of you. It's been a great time. I had the privilege of taking over Star of the North from two amazing educators, Baudo and Annie Keat Martins. And now I have absolutely no qualms about being able to leave. The kids know what to do and how to do it. The staff is absolutely amazing. And it's my pleasure. She was supposed to be here. If she's here and I haven't seen her, I'm sorry. But I'd like to announce to you that the new head teacher comes to us with 20 years in the district. And her name is Mrs. Lori Willett. And she will take over at the end of the school year. And I know that she's going to do just fabulous. And I know the kids are going to train her just right. So I have no doubts about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana.
You're welcome. And so now, with no further delay, I'm going to ask my seniors to please stand. Just come up and face your audience. There you go. Thank you. So, graduates, please turn your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of Star of the North 2021.